All right. December 1995 in Kano State. A young trader then from Imo State by name Gideon Akaloka was gruesomely unalived by a mere allegation that was not verified, was not investigated. No court of competent jurisdiction in Kano State, as at that time, handled the case. Not even a Sharia court. Because as much as I can remember at that time, I don't think there was a Sharia court in Kano State. If there were any, I don't know. I stand to be corrected. It was a jungle justice. But let me tell us what happened, because it wasn't a story that I was told. It was something that I witnessed. I was there when it happened. Gideon Akaloka was a young man, a young trader who had a shop around Sabongeri market area. The wife, I think they had like about one or two kids, if I'm not mistaken, who was at home, called a Merowa. If you have lived in the north, Kano to be precise, you will understand or know what the Merowas are. I think in every part of the north. This woman called a Merowa, people that sell water, that carries water in the truck and sell to people. This woman called a Merowa, bought the water from the Merowa. It was this same Merowa now. I don't know the altercation that this woman had with the Merowa. It was this Merowa who now carried this news, this rumor, that this woman used a Quran, a piece of Quran, tore a piece of Quran and used it to pack or to clean the child's bum or use it to pack the child's excreta, which was false. Now, do they have Quran in their house? The answer is no. Were they living together in that compound with Muslims? The answer is no. Okay. Now, what was that the Merowa guy saw? Just like what you would call, like something like the Christians call trap, something like that. That they wrote this, they are Muslim, something like that. Not that this woman used it to pack the child's excreta or to use it to clean the child's bum. It was a cooked up story by the Merowa guy. And you know how they behave. He just went out, raised the alarm. Before you know it, they gathered. 1 or 2 persons, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have formed a crowd. And they were demanding for the woman's head. Should I say lucky enough or unlucky? Because what the law enforcement agents, we all thought that they had prevented, eventually happened. They came, arrested, carried the man, and the wife as in form of arrest. And this man was taken to the prison just for safety. They kept him there in the prison, not in the police cell now. Not in the police cell. You can see the difference between the prison now and the police cell. It is easy. If you have been to the north, if you have lived in the north, you see how their police stations, how it is. Now, this one was in the prison. They put the man in the prison, in the maximum prison. just to protect him until the matter dies down. Or maybe better still take him to court or something of that nature. I don't know. Until the Christian Association of Nigeria stepped into the case. I am telling you this because I know the story too well. Because I was among the people who were going about that case of Gideon Akaloka in Kano State, because I happened to be one of the executives in the Christian Association of Nigeria at that time when Reverend A.C.K. Uche was the chairman of CAN in Kano State. That was when this thing happened. What am I driving at? That young man, these people went into the prison, Goronduse prison, brought him out on the road, striped him, removed his cloth, paraded him on the major street, beat him blue and black till he became unconscious, and they came to the point where they unalived him and separated his from the body. How did they do that? They didn't even use knife, cutlass, no. What they used was saw. The saw that you use in cutting stockfish, that type of saw, that small saw that you use in cutting stockfish, that was what they used. In the public, in the open, that was what they used to separate this man's head from the body in the open. It happened. It wasn't a secret. Was that a jungle justice or a legal justice? What do you call that? A lot of things have happened in Nigeria repeatedly. Listen carefully, I'm going somewhere. Listen to me carefully, I'm going somewhere. I am not trying to be defensive in this matter. But I want to tell Nigerians to be very careful this time around, because what they never imagined will happen. And more especially, I want to use this opportunity again to call on my Igbo brothers to be vigilant, to be very, very vigilant. If care is not taken, this that happened in Uromi is going to summarize the nation called Nigeria. That contraction may be summarized by this. Now, these have been happening repeatedly over and over and over again, and nobody have been talking about it. The government will always pay deaf ears to all these things. Now, you are talking about gruesome murder of these 17 guys at Uromi. Yeah, indeed, that was gruesome and barbaric. But I want to ask, what could be more barbaric than using a stick, piercing a stick into the private part of a woman in the bush? What, in the presence of maybe one or two persons, what could be more barbaric than that? Oh, it is a welcome development, right? Now, that case of Gideon Akaloka that I'm talking about happened during the time of the head of state, Sani Abacha. Till death, nobody was brought to book. Till death. What about this pastor's wife, redeemed pastor at Abuja, that went out for morning cry in the morning. And this woman was gruesomely unalived. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means to take away somebody's life by stoning? Do you know how many stones that could turn off the life of somebody? Do you know how painful that could be? Can you imagine it? Wasn't that barbaric? How many Nigerians condemned it? What is going on in the social media today? Did it happen? That of Gideon Akaloka, there was no social media as it is today, then, as to say nobody carried it. But what about this one that happened during Buhari's administration? Usimbanjo was the vice president. His colleague's wife was the one who was gruesomely and barbarically unalived. What did he do? And what did they do? Nothing. Now, in all these things that is happening, look at where I am driving at. Be it Muslim, be it Christian, be it Hausa Fulani, be it Igbos, be it Yorubas, be it Edos, no matter your tribe in Nigeria, the people to hold responsible here is the government. Because if the government have nailed this in the board before now, this thing wouldn't have skyrocketed to this climax. But I want to tell you, and I want to tell Nigerians that this thing have come to the level that I don't think that the government can control it anymore. The government doesn't have what it takes to control it again. If you send the military or the police after anybody now, I'm afraid that you may not be able to carry what is going to be the consequences or what is going to be the result, what will play out at the end of the day. You have made the government have made the people of Nigeria not to be afraid of anything again. A lot of people in Nigeria don't even value their lives anymore. A lot of them see themselves that what they are living now is not life. So what is there to be afraid of? Go to any part of the world, the militaries are highly respected. It's only in Nigeria that militaries and police are not respected. If you go to developed countries, just such as America and UK, Europe, you see that police men are even more respected than the military. But in Nigeria, who respect police in Nigeria? The government useless the police, and the police useless themselves the more. Nigerian citizens does not trust any law enforcement agents in Nigeria. Yes. The EFCC and DSS can go in the night, scale through the fence and enter somebody's house in the night in pretense that they are going to make an arrest in the night. Who does that? Things like this only happen in Nigeria. But they cannot enter into the bush in the broad daylight to arrest the perpetrators of this evil. I have said it before, and I'm saying it again. If you want to tell me that you cannot see these people to arrest them, but there are an organization, there are people who takes responsibility of what they are doing, who takes care of them. The Mighty Allah. The Mighty Allah is there. Yes. If you cannot get these people, you don't know their houses, you don't have their address or whatever, why don't you can get them through the Mighty Allah? I have said that before and I'm saying it again. Listen, if the Hausa Fulanis are looking for where to vent their anger over what has happened, they should vent their anger on the government, not on their fellow citizens who are suffering the same thing, the same faith that they themselves are claiming now. to have been suffering. Because the government have played a deaf ear. In summary, I want to say this to my Igbo brothers and sisters. Don't be a coward. I know you are. We are not, and we have never been. It's just that we always choose the path of peace, because our major concern is how to take care of ourselves and take care of our families and live a good life. We don't look for trouble. But I want to tell Ndi Igbo that right now, everybody should be on his or her toes. Make sure that the head of no Igbo man falls down for nothing. Not today, not tomorrow, not anytime at all. Be on guard. Protect yourselves. Guide yourselves. I said it before and I want to say it again. You may expect them to come, in force. You may not see them like that. They are cowards. The only strategy and tactics they always and normally apply is guerrilla war pattern. Hit and run. Hit and run. They cannot just come open and say, okay, warrior, face me, I face you. No, you can't see them. And again, they might pipe low now because their leaders will tell them, no, this is not yet time. We have not really gotten what we're looking for. It is not yet time to blow the whistle, to declare it open. But I want to tell you that they will be doing it secretly. Yes. Never you dispute that fact. They will be doing it secretly. Be on guard. I said be on guard. Let all the people, let all the tribes in Nigeria, anywhere you find yourselves, gather yourselves and be together. Yes, be together. I could remember in those days when we were in Kano State, we had the Igbo community. We had Ezendi Igbo, Nakano. We were having our meetings. And that was why we were well organized and coordinated. That when that 1991 Kano riot happened, we said no more running. We stood and faced it. They were the ones that were running. They ran. Sabongeri became a no-go area for them. They were unable to step into Sabongeri. Because we said, no, enough is enough. You said you want one Nigeria. No problem. We can't be running all the time. Enough is enough. So please, this is my humble submission as far as this thing that is going on now in Nigeria is concerned. Be on guard. Fulani Hausa brothers and sisters, vent your anger. If you have any anger to release, should be on the government. Yes, they are the ones who have nurtured this evil that is going on now. That is if you really, truly know what you are doing, except both of you are in partnership. But if not, the right people to blame here is the government. Thank you. Share this video, like it, and comment reasonably. If you choose to insult, you are welcome. You are welcome. But you see that insult has a reverse. You are welcome. Thank you. I love you, and I will continue to love you. Stay safe for me because I love you. Bye.